So I'll just drag this OGG file in here. This is Steven's recording. I haven't listened to it yet. So we'll see, but it looks like, yeah, his is a little noisy. So let's just mute those other two here and listen to his.
Excuse me, here. Well, in the book we describe the 3 basic injections.
Yeah, he kind of warned me about this. There's a bit of a hum here. So it's kind of low. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a very low hum. He said that as a hum coming from his headset. Emacs Lisp. Is that a Lisp that's built into Emacs, or what does that mean? I don't know. It's sometimes hard for me to tell when Phoenix is messing with me. You can barely hear that. Yeah, I can barely hear it too in my headset, but it's definitely there. And visually you can see, up here, when my track is silent, it's very thin, very flat. Over here, it's pretty thick. Yeah, and you can also hear a little bit of me picked up on his side too. So we're going to try to clean this track up. If it's not usable, I can fall back to, like I said, the Skype recording. But the way we clean this up in Audacity, I think, Calvin, you were interested in this, in fact. Up to 5 viewers now. All right. Stop me at any time if you have questions about what I'm doing here, because I've been using Audacity for, this will be the 116th episode. So some things just kind of like second nature to me at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a portion of Steven's audio here that's basically not him talking. It contains just that background noise, that hum, and whatever other background noise that his recordings picked up. So I selected a portion of that sound. I'm going to go to Effect and Noise Reduction. So I selected that portion of the audio, and I'm going to do what's called Get a Noise Profile. So now I'm sort of teaching Audacity that this selection of audio is noise. And I want you to try to filter it out from the rest of the recording. It's kind of like a machine learning sort of thing. So now I've got the noise profile. Let's highlight the whole track, go back to noise reduction, and I'll just hit OK. So it's going to take a second to apply noise reduction to that track. And fingers crossed it'll sound passable enough to use in the final episode. If any of you haven't already, you can also try out the follow button, and a little animated GIF graphic sound effect should pop up. I think you guys mostly follow me already, but if you want to see that happen, maybe you can unfollow and refollow, and just to test a little graphic that shows up. Okay, so noise reduction is done. So let's see how it sounds now. So you can still see it's still a little noisy there. Well, let's just try it here.
Yeah, in the end, it's all about just caching instances, actually, and this is the concept of lifetime management, as we call it in the book.
Okay, so that sounds okay. Calvin says, okay, I did it correctly then. Episode 3 was all Audacity. So Calvin and I also have a podcast, relatively new one, called .NET Bytes, which I think I will also do a quick plug for here. Sorry, I got distracted by Twitter. So .NETBytes.fm is our podcast. And I got to say, compared to Cross-Cutting Concerns, the audience for .NET Bytes has taken off at a hockey stick compared to my own podcast. I'll credit Calvin for that. He's doing pretty much all the work for this podcast. I'm just sort of showing up and running my mouth. But check it out, .NET Bytes. This is published every 2 weeks right now, and it's focused on .NET, but also C#, Visual Studio, and kind of adjacent Microsoft stuff as it comes along.